Hi friends, thank you so much for clicking this video. My name is Chesiyna and you're welcome. So on my channel, we talk about everything motivational. So today I want to share about my vision board success story. I know that there's a big craze nowadays about vision boards and the fact that it works. So today I just want to share my success story. I know that if you scour through YouTube or on Instagram, sometimes you find people with millions and millions of followers saying that it works. Sometimes it's not as relatable because you want someone who is just a regular girl or a regular boy, just actually putting the vision board concept to work. So that's what I want to talk about today. So the first time I heard about just putting down or writing down your vision was around 2012. And a pastor actually told me about it and said that, hey, when it comes to your vision, it's very, very important for you to write it down so that you can be able to reflect on it. So I took a chance at what she said and I started writing down my visions in kind of like index cards. And what would happen is I would focus on one vision at a time. Now, I did see success. The only problem is that the success was really slow. So I would achieve maybe one thing, maybe every few years. So in 2017, I decided, you know what? I want to take this thing up a notch. I've been hearing about vision boards and I kind of want to achieve things faster. Of course, the right way, but I just wanted to achieve better success. So I started researching about vision boards and I stumbled upon someone by the name of Terry Savelle Foy, and she calls herself the cheerleader of dreams. And I had watched her, in the past on and off, but now I started becoming really serious about what she was talking about. And I watched, I think, all of her videos, listened to almost all of her podcasts, started reading like all of her books, and I kind of got sold into the idea. At that time, I was still blogging, but I wasn't seeing great success in my blog, and I wasn't really moved by what I was writing. So I was like, you know what? I think my vision is off, and I need a kind of like a vision board. So what I did is that I started doing something that I call vision mapping, which is basically writing down and brainstorming what do I see myself doing in the next 5 to 10 years? What do I see myself achieving? And I'll actually show this to you. So this is my actual vision mapping book. It's just a regular journal, lined journal, but I started writing what I felt was being impressed in my heart. So this is for YouTube as well as my blog. So I started writing down anything that would come in my heart, like, oh, this sounds good, I put it down. Oh, this is a good book idea, I would put it down. Okay, this looks like a good idea. Like maybe if I have an image of what my blog needs to look like, I'll go ahead and do some rough sketches on it. And I did this for 1 year and I prayed on it for 1 full year. Now, after that, I was like, you know what? I'm ready to take the next step. And keep in mind, I had taken a sabbatical from my blog because I just felt as if I didn't like the direction that it was going, and I just really wanted to be serious because I'd been blogging at that time for like 12 years. So I said, you know what, I'm ready to take the next step, honestly. So that was the first step. I think 1 year is a bit overboard, but that's what I did. So in 2018, I said, okay, now I'm ready to do my vision board. I went on was it actually PicMonkey? I went on PicMonkey and I took digital pictures and I overlapped them and created around 15 things that I wanted to achieve. And when I looked at it, I was like, oh my goodness, this sounds really ambitious. And honestly, I thought that I would achieve it when I'm in my 40s because I this was the first time that I was actually putting all my visions in one space. Remember, I told you that in the past, I was just using index cards to achieve one goal at a time. So this was a rather ambitious feat. So I went ahead and put everything on PicMonkey. I overlapped pictures, I snipped things online. Now, I do have a video about how to create a digital vision board, and I'll link it up if you're interested in seeing what that's about. So once I did that, I went ahead to print it immediately because one thing that Terry Savelle Foy talks about is the need to actually put the vision in front of your eyes. So immediately I created the digital vision board. I sent my copy over to Shutterfly and they sent me a copy immediately. I went ahead to put it in a frame and actually right now I'm looking at my vision board. It's overlooking my workstation. So every morning when I would wake up, I would look at it and I'll be like, wow, okay, it would be nice to at least achieve one or two things on here. Now I'll share two things that I actually put on there that I've achieved. So the first thing that I said is I wanted to graduate and get my master's degree. The second thing that I wanted was actually write a book. And honestly, that was one of the things that I've always wanted to do. But I was like, you know what? Let me put it on here. Maybe I'll achieve it when I'm in my mid 40s. We'll see. But I kept on looking every morning when I would wake up. Every time I would sit at my workstation, I would look and smile and be like, oh my goodness, these are really ambitious goals. I hope I achieve them. So fast forward, and I am now an author. That's my name, Heather Chesina, and my book launches June 24th, 2021. I'm telling you, this is something that I thought would never happen in my 30s, and I did it. And it's a pretty good book. Like, I've read it a couple of times. It's really, really good. Now, the other thing is obviously I graduated this year, and not only did I graduated with a 4.0 GPA. And honestly, it feels so good not only to achieve my goals, but to achieve them well. Because sometimes you feel as if, yes, you want to achieve a goal, but you don't want to achieve a goal and you're like so exhausted and you're not happy. It kind of like drains you. But honestly, I feel so good that I've achieved it. And I owe it for sure to the vision board because, like I said, in the past, I would achieve one thing every couple of years. But now I've actually achieved three things, two of them that I've shared with you. I have, I think, 10 more things on my vision board. And honestly, I feel as if I will achieve them rather quickly because now I've already checked three things off of it. And now I feel like really pumped and I feel as if, yes, it's achievable. And this is coming from someone who is just a regular girl. I, uh, I've been working, I'm a mom, I'm a wife. So I'm telling you, it is achievable. You don't need to have a million followers. You don't have to be the most popular girl. You just have to be someone who has a dream and is bold enough to create a vision and follow through it with it. So do your part. Another thing that I wanted to talk about is vision parties and what I feel about them. Well, here goes. I am not a fan of vision parties. Like, I see this theme going on YouTube a lot, on Instagram, and oh my goodness, when I see that, it freaks me out. Why do I say this? Because I feel as if a vision board is something so personal, and when you're creating it, you do not want naysayers to actually criticize or bring negativity to your dreams and your goals. I honestly think it's something so private. So when I see people like doing things online and showing other people, okay, maybe it works for them. I don't know. But for me, I just feel as if you're one person who's already in like who's a bit iffy or in doubt about some of the visions on there, or they seem so big, I think you should not share it with anyone. And if you do, just share it with select people. Select people. So maybe a very close confidant, or maybe your husband or your wife or your sister, someone who you feel if you share that specific goal or dreams or visions with them, they will actually encourage you. The thing that I picture is, let's assume you are a new YouTuber, and maybe your goal eventually is to achieve like maybe an impossible feat. So let me restructure this again. So let's say you want to be the first Black YouTuber who hits 50 million subscribers. I don't even know if someone has 50, if there's anyone who has 50 million subscribers, but just assume you want to be the first Black YouTuber who has 50 million subscribers, and God has impressed this on your heart, right? And then you put it in your vision board. And then you have this vision party, and someone says, "Oh my goodness, this is so ambitious. Why don't you start with 5 million?" So that is the problem that I have with with vision parties. Another analogy is, for example, if you are having a vision party, vision board party, and then you see somebody else doing some really, really ambitious goals, and you feel as if yours are like, oh my goodness, these ones are kind of like they're not as ambitious as theirs. So you feel like intimidated, and you feel like now revising yours to match theirs. Look, if God gave somebody else a very ambitious goal, and for you, you feel as if right now, okay, your goal is to maybe reach maybe 10,000 people on YouTube or something like that, then stick to it. And that's my issue with vision board parties. If you do have them with a very select group of friends, but just don't have them with random people who might pick on you or talk about you. So that's my issue with vision board parties. I don't know if you resonate with that, but I feel strongly about it because trust me, most of the things that I put on my vision board, no one has ever done them before in my family. No one has ever authored a book. So I feel as if I shared it with certain people, they would be like, "What? How many people do you have on your blog?" Like at the time that I was putting my vision on my vision board, my blog was a hot mess. I didn't have like a certain theme on my blog. So that's why I'm saying, please, please, please be very deliberate if you do choose to have a vision board party. Now, for me, I think moving forward in the future, if I was to have any kind of party with my friends, it would be a declaration party. So maybe we go ahead and do a vision board separately, and then we come together and we do a declaration party where we celebrate and we thank God for what He's already done. So that's what I would do. But hey, do what's best for you. And then another thing that I wanted to talk about, and let me pull up some things I jotted here just to make sure that I covered it, is okay. So I wanted to talk about the Christian perspective of vision boards because sometimes people are afraid of it because I don't know why people think that vision boards are not good and it's not in the Bible. But Habakkuk 2:2 actually talks about it. And Habakkuk 2:2 talks about write the vision and make it plain upon tablets, that he may run that readeth it. I don't know if it's tablets or tables. Did I write something wrong? Yeah, so that's what it says, Habakkuk 2:2. But basically, what I want to focus on is the fact that it says make it plain. So your vision board should be something that is simple that you resonate with. Don't go for like when you're doing your vision board, don't go for like really complicated stuff. It should be something that you resonate with, and it should be really simple where if you look at it, your soul and your spirit really resonates with it. And that's what I think about it. So if you are out there and you're thinking about vision boards, I'm here to tell you it does work. You're hearing it from me. It does work. the things that I wanted to go over is definitely do some vision mapping, where you write down on a journal or you brainstorm what you want to achieve. It doesn't have to take 1 year like mine did, but you can take maybe just a few days where you are in communion with God, you're just speaking to Him, and you're really reflecting on, okay, what do I want to achieve? And then after that, you want to go on a digital platform like Canva or PicMonkey, and you can go ahead and create a digital vision board online where you can actually print it out in a really good picture and put it in a frame and put it in a place where you can actually see it. I think some people who have already created vision boards and they say, oh, yeah, it doesn't work, maybe it's because you actually don't see it every morning. It's very important that you put it in a place where you can actually see it every morning. And, don't lose the faith, keep on looking at it. And aside from that, I think that's it. I want you to go ahead and try, give it a shot, look at other videos and testimonials on YouTube, and know that you can be able to do it. Okay? Thank you so much for tuning in to my channel. Again, this is Heather Chesiyna, and see you on the next one. Bye.